Here is McCaffrey, right side, breaks a tackle, good shifty move, gets that, still going! McCaffrey's gonna score!
It was very special, I go back to just the practices when I first got here and didn't know a lot of people and just observing. And there's a reason why that team has a shot every single year. And I know why now. And the fight that's in the locker room is amazing. It's unfortunate that it happened the way it did today because I feel like all those guys deserve, a real shot. We all do. But this is a tough game and sometimes it doesn't go your way.
Come on, man. You got Larry June in the building. You listen to the Morning Roast. And we're doing numbers, man. Good job, Morning Roast. Sock it to me. Hey. Yee!
Kevin Burkhardt on a call for Fox Sports. What up, Larry June? As a red and gold reaction is brought to you by the San Francisco Sheriff's Office. Your future begins here. Visit sfsheriff.com and apply today. Shout out to YouTube, Twitch, Xfinity Mobile Text Line. Xfinity Mobile Text Line. Let me get that right. Download the Odyssey app, 95.7 The Game. Thousands of other stations and millions of podcasts are free on the Odyssey app. YouTube right now humming, Twitch humming, Xfinity Mobile Text Line, 888-957-9570. Christian McCaffrey, that 23-yard touchdown run, breaking 5 tackles on that play, 15 carries, 84 yards, averaged 5.6 yards a pop, another 4 catches for 22. Don't ever tell me that running backs will never matter again.
I know.
That trade to swing Christian McCaffrey from Carolina to San Francisco is massive, and I can't wait to go into next season with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and Brandon Ayuk. Christian McCaffrey is a Hall of Fame talent. He's a stud, maybe one of the best running backs in football today.
We have all offseason to break all of this down. Center, right tackle, third wide receiver. Like, if I'm looking at offense alone, those are what I need. Like, I like Juwan Jennings.
Must have.
I need a legit third wide receiver, especially if Debo's not going to be that kind of a separator. Well, watch Philly; they got 3 receivers.
Is Danny Gray that guy?
I don't know. Well, whatever. We need another receiver. Would you agree? We need a slot guy.
Absolutely.
We need another slot guy.
You know what though?
They had no one working the slot.
Shasky, we keep talking about the quarterbacks for the last 10 years. How many years have we been screaming for a slot receiver?
Or a 6'3" guy.
Maybe Richie James Jr., maybe Trent Taylor.
Bruce Ellington.
Quentin Patton. I mean, for the life of me, for the last 12 years, the Niners need a slot receiver. Kyle Williams at one point. I mean, Kyle Williams may have been the most productive slot receiver.
You're not long. I don't think you're wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, and we got all offseason to break all of this down. And then I look at D tackle. I need an opposite edge rusher of Bosa and maybe another safety. I don't know. I thought Gibson had a pretty good year. But here's the number one thing. This is the part that drives me nuts. They went in the NFC Championship game into the second half with their 4th quarterback. And then he went down, and they couldn't throw a forward pass. We are going to have to endure an entire offseason of Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Brock Purdy, Jimmy G, Trey Lance. There are going to be so many quarterbacks thrown at the wall. That's the part I'm fatigued already. We haven't even started the offseason, and I'm already fatigued on quarterbacks.
It's
already.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at Twitter all like that. I just haven't. Let's go back out to the Lions. By the way, the Niners had 11 accepted penalties. More than referee John Hussey's regular season crew had per game for both teams in 2002. The most since 2002. Eagles got 7 first downs via penalty per ESPN Stats Info. That's the most in a playoff game since 2002.
3 or 4 on one drive.
2 on that one drive. 3 on that one drive. 3. Automatic first downs.
Horrible.
The drive that I thought changed the complexion of the football game.
I agree.
It was 7-7. Jimmy Ward gets calls for pass interference.
I know.
To me, it's a bang-bang play. Both players are engaged in contact. It's within the 5-yard box.
AJ engaged him.
He
put his hands on his shoulders.
It's the NFC title game. And it's just not us talking about it. It's Rich Eisen.
Yes.
Matt Mayoko is very... How can I put it?
I would say measured in his criticism of anyone, let alone the officials.
He went off at the officials.
Exactly.
Rich Eisen.
Kawakami.
Sherman. Kawakami. Multiple people went after the referee saying, what is this? Even Mike Greenberg, who doesn't say anything. Greedy says nothing. And he was like, damn, I would be ticked off if I was a Niner fan.
They lost control of that game, but so did the Niners in the trenches. I feel like the Niners in the trenches, whether Brock was going to stay upright or not, we can have all of these fan fiction novels on what coulda, woulda, shoulda happened. But early in the game, I could feel that the Eagles had more power on both sides of the line, and they were pushing us around. Now, could we have overcome it? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. But it felt like they had their way with us. At least, it was 6 plays. So, I mean, Who
Right.
knows?
Who knows? But I got to say
6 plays.
something.
We got 6 plays with Brock Purdy in an NFC Championship game. 6 plays.
That was a big boy football game in the trenches. And one guy who hasn't played like a big boy over the course of his 49ers career is Javon Kinlaw. Some of the clips that are coming out with him in that football game, just getting railroaded. He was on skates, all right? He was on ice skates yesterday, just getting dominated in the trenches.
Believe it.
He's too damn big, too massive to get bullied like that in the trenches. He's getting blown off the ball for 5, 6, 7 yards. Jason Kelsey whipped him. Go look at Baldy's breakdown.
B, when you watch Fred Warner go out writhing in pain with some sort of a collarbone injury, shoulder injury, and he comes back on that field, and you got a guy in front of you who's getting thrown around like that, that's got to hurt.
It's got to hurt. No wonder Drake Greenlaw looked bad. I mean, their lineman is getting to the second level.
Easily.
Because Kinlaw's showing no resistance, and I like Kinlaw.
I know.
Unbelievable.
I thought our corners held up, too. I thought Travarius
Ward played a phenomenal football game.
Jalen underthrew or overthrew so many receivers. He looked
Yeah.
He looked very
Even the swing routes he was throwing, the little quick hitters, short, no zip, lofting them. Jalen's not right.
No.
The Eagles did nothing special. Like, that's why Joe DeCamera, who's in the studio next to us, it's laughable that he said this offense would be reminiscent of Bill Walsh's West Coast offense in the next 20 years. That Sirianni and company are going to revolutionize offensive football. Yeah. They did nothing that I haven't seen from Oklahoma in college football.
I agree with that. But to give them credit, they've built a tremendous roster, and I look at their fronts, like whatever it is, their front 4 or 5, whatever they
really
start.
Good.
No, it's outstanding. It's one of the largest group of human beings I've ever seen in my life. And then offensively, their offensive line is very, very, very talented. And I credit Lane Johnson, torn groin. Tremendous respect for that guy. Him and Bosa were going at it.
They were.
And Bosa's not right. And like Lane isn't right. And the two of them were giving their all.
No doubt.
I thought that was a fantastic matchup. But Kelsey had his way up the middle.
Oh, he had his way.
To me, he's one of the great centers I've ever seen in my life. And I'm giving him the respect he deserves.
No doubt. Debo was so frustrated yesterday.
I felt for
that
him.
He went out there on kickoff return and said, I just need to get a touch on the ball. I need to get a touch. He went out there on kickoff return.
They're doing reverses and direct snaps and jet sweeps because they literally couldn't throw a forward pass.
In the NFC Championship game, we looked like San Rafael High School running a wing tee. I don't even know if they run the wing tee anymore.
And that's
Coach
why,
Peralta, Reardon High School.
Yeah, they used to.
That's basically what it was.
But that's where all these people losing their mind on Shanahan. What do you expect him to do?
Right.
Okay. Yes, I was one of the people saying just put Juszczyk in. If you can't throw, you got to do something. But at the end of the day, I also take a step back. I'm like, come on. What's he supposed to do? He got us this far with a third quarterback.
No doubt.
And we all, who knows if Brock is him or not him or somewhere in between?
We have no idea.
Who freaking knows?
We have no idea.
But the fact that they got this far is an incredible achievement. That being said, they fell short.
They fell short.
They fell short.
It
sucks.
It's humbling.
We got to wear that L.
31-7. They lose the NFC title game for the second year in a row. You got to wait all offseason. You got to get through training camp. There's no guarantees you get back to this point.
Well, that's why
teams are going to be better.
I felt the sideline, Kittle, Juszczyk, Debo, some of these gladiators, their NFL lifespan is so small, and the margins of victory are so thin. Look, right now, Kansas City, how many Super Bowls have they been to?
This is their third Super Bowl.
Third. Okay, they have the greatest player on the planet.
Right.
They've only got the one Super Bowl.
One Super Bowl.
One more than us. But I'm saying, think of how outstanding they've been for 5 straight years.
Got one Super Bowl.
And everyone's crushing the kid this morning, and they shouldn't.
Right.
But they're crushing the kid on the sideline play, and they got in by the hair of their teeth.
But think about that one Super Bowl. The Niners, if they do win that one Super Bowl.
Everything's changed.
But this is also why you can't blow games early in the season.
I know.
You lose the Denver game. You lose in Chicago.
Atlanta.
Now, I'm going to give them an alibi. 7 defensive starters out in that football game. That's tough.
But
you
looking back at the season.
You needed home field advantage.
Yes.
Because what did I tell you in the first quarter? The Niners aren't getting any 50-50 calls today. You're not going to get any 50-50 calls.
And that week 1 bye in the playoffs for Philly, I could see the difference. We looked physically gassed.
They were fresher.
That's the reality. And you know what? Credit to them for getting the number 1 seed and handling business.
They went through 3. The Seahawks brought it. Remember, that Seahawks game was a game late in the third quarter. And it flipped when Omenihu forced Geno Smith into a fumble. Then the Dallas Cowboys game goes out to the wire.
Yeah.
That was a physical football game. Then you go on a short week like the Cowboys did. Hey, no excuses. Short week, none of that. Flying East Coast, there's no excuses whatsoever. But this is why one of these years you better go get home field advantage.
Right.
And it's so much easier, so much less stress. You don't have to get on the flight.
Yeah.
You don't have to get to another team hotel. None of that stuff. Get home field advantage for once. And 2 years in a row, they didn't get home field advantage, and it hurt.
Yeah, and they looked like the team especially in the second half. They looked gassed. They were completely gassed. And again, when you handle business during the regular season, you get the advantage. They had the built-in advantages because they earned it.